MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell continues to struggle with words, technology, and geography, while Ted Cruz joins Republicans and Fox to set new records in suggesting impossibly dumb solutions. Select all images with the effectiveness of thoughts and prayers. 0%, 0, 0, not at all, 0, 0, 0%, 0, 0, verify.
100 and some Republicans voted for giving Ukraine all this money or something. He was telling me something that was
Billions.
just atrocious.
Billions.
It's just unbelievable what the globalists, it got to be where machines and computers took over in robots, and artificial intelligence, all this stuff took over in robots and
Ukraine is a country, robots are 2 words, and it is pouring MAGA tears as Republican cowards point fingers and offer pathetic excuses and ridiculous suggestions. I roast Don Jr., mock Mike Lindell, and Brannon spiral into their realm of overpriced chopped foam and nonsense. Check in with Mitch McConnell's secret house party, Alex and Marjorie Taylor Greene's bunker, and the latest and stupid from Lauren Boebert, Dr. Oz, and more. The guy who may as well just crazy glue a rolled up bill to his hand tweeted,
"Guys, how long till the WHO and the CDC lock us down again for the coming monkeypocalypse?"
Naturally, I replied, the runt spawn of Diaper Dawn isn't worried about being covered in bumps because he's only worried about how long until he takes his next bump. Now Tom Selleck's slow cousin goes on a word-butchering mega streak.
So it could mean they voted twice. I don't know what it means. But one of the things I thought to myself was, people are genuinely good people. People are genuinely good people. People didn't march across from Minnesota into Wisconsin and go, hey, let's go commit a crime and vote for Biden. That's not realistically. I'm going to ask you, if there's, with all the irregularities that you've seen, I'm going to ask you, with all the irregularities that you've seen, do you think, could this have been done without machines or computers? Or do you think it was an army of people that just did this? Or what would be your opinion if you had to guess and you got $1 million prize for guessing it right?
This is all he's got, is his belief, his opinion, and a guess. He's got no evidence. This is all he has. He's a pillow manufacturer gone mad. The pinched-faced bikini car wash reject tweeted, "As you would expect, I'm among the most targeted conservatives today. The left knows that when we take back the House, I'll be leading the way for the America First agenda. I need your help to make that happen. Please contribute to our campaign below." Naturally, I replied, whenever Lauren Boosburp uses uppercase, we know she's shouting over the alarm emitting from the out-of-range ankle monitor her husband sports for showing minors his dented skin pickle.
And if you extrapolate the data from this movie.
All right, boys, time to work the hips and nostrils like it's 1985. Tonight's body buffet should be like taking a trip to a Golden Corral after fasting for the good old prostate check.
Guys, you're supposed to fast for those? I don't get it. I mean, I had a burger and Eric held the camera.
Can I get a bump?
Now, fellas, I am really depressed about the recent performance by my hometown team, the Calgary.
Nobody cares about your frozen water sport, Ted. Now, I've reviewed our suggestion box. It was a little sticky, but people are saying we need a safe word.
Guys, when me and Kimberly do it, our safe word is usually Ivanka.
I think that's gross, and I'm gross.
I feel that we should just think and pray the safe word.
If you're just thinking and praying, then how are we supposed to actually get safe? Come up with any more nonsense like that, Raphael, and we'll give Madison and his chair the night off, and you can be the lube mop.
Extrapolate.
What was that?
Extrapolate.
Say again.
Extrapolate.
Extrapolate?
Huh?
Okay, we'll go with the pillow nut. Extrapolate it is. Can I get a bump?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to Alabama Thursday, everybody. Everybody, if you're in Alabama,
All right, Mike, tell us where you're going in Alabama. We want to know.
I'll put it right out there because there's going to be a lot of security. We're going to be at the Capitol. We're going to be in Birmingham. We're going to be doing media in Moline. I believe it's called Moline. If I'm saying that right. Does that sound right?
You're going to be at the capital is Birmingham, isn't it? Is that the capital?
I'm going.
Oh, Mobile.
You're
talking about Mobile. Mobile is the capital, isn't it? Mobile.
I think it's Montgomery, but Mobile. Yeah, maybe it's Mobile. It doesn't matter. I'm going to be all over Alabama, but I know I'm going to be in Montgomery. That's where John Merrill's at. I believe that's the Capitol, and we're going to be at the Capitol steps.
Mike, if you ever end up on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and you got to phone a friend, don't call Brandon. I mean, he's got a computer in front of him, and he can't even figure out this very simple question. At this Wacko Q conference, much is talked about the importance of knowing the Pledge of Allegiance and the lyrics to the national anthem.
So our national anthem, we always want to remember our lyrics, the Pledge of Allegiance. We want our children to know that. So let's join together. I think they're going to get us a flag up here. What's in the center? Okay, let's join together in our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the land's early light what so proudly we by the land's early light.
I think this is a good time to mention I made these Let's Go Darwin mugs, and they've got my MAGA Tears logo on the other side. If you want to support the show, I have these, some other mugs and fun stickers, or you can now tip me with this PayPal QR code or the link in the description. Either way, thank you for watching. Back to the show.
What is your stance on that, by the way, marijuana?
We need to get Pennsylvanians back at work. You got to give them their mojo. And I don't want marijuana to be a hindrance to that. I also don't want people operating heavy machinery and driving by me when they've been taking their fourth joint of the day. You know, there are not enough Pennsylvanians to work in Pennsylvania. So giving them pot so they stay home is not, I don't think, an ideal move.
How did legalization turn into people being handed out free pot so they could stay home or work and operate heavy machinery while super high? This guy is worried about Pennsylvanians losing their magic charm, talisman, or spell. So here we are, with another terrible event that could have been prevented, this time in a state governed by Greg Abbott, whose heart and brain are as functional as his legs. And Republicans rush with a series of dumb arguments, including saying it's a mental health issue when they are the same people who block universal health care.
What we need to do is utilize smart technology. That's what's needed. We need to install man traps. This is something we've discussed in the past. Back in 2018, I checked.
Is this guy trying to protect Kevin McAllister's house from Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern?
Man traps, a series of interlocking doors at the school entrance that are triggered by a tripwire. The tripwire can be a gunshot, broken glass, a manual switch tossed by a school employee, and it traps the shooter like a rat.
We'll use tripwires and man traps. We'll trap him like a rat. What's next? Sharks with frickin' laser beams? This guy needs to be a security consultant for Dr. Evil because he's completely detached from reality. Kudos to Fox News, the entertainment channel, for Married Cousins, for finding the dumbest and craziest retired cops on Earth. And speaking of retired police,
we have a number of retired law enforcement who have the skills, who may not be able to engage in foot pursuits, but are perfectly capable of securing, say, a 2 or 3 acre school somewhere.
Let's use retired super cops who are too unfit to run, but can also cover 2 or 3 acres. Also, the good guys with the guns were holding tasers and handcuffing parents.
What about getting a department that can look at young men that's looking at women that's looking at just social media? What about doing that, looking into things like that, and we can stop that way? But yet they want to just continue to talk about taking away your constitutional rights. And
yes, preventing someone taking away your constitutional rights by having full online surveillance. Great logic there, Hirsch.
Harden their security to put in bulletproof doors, bulletproof glass.
Bigger, stronger doors. That's Ted's solution. The obsession with doors is just ridiculous. There's only going to be one way in and one way out. Yeah, that's going to be awesome in a fire, you morons. Marjorie Dog the Bounty Hunter tweeted, "No baby formula for American babies in Gordon County. but Democrats have pallets stacked floor to ceiling at the border. A grandmother just told me she is going from store to store and can't find any. Naturally, I replied, you voted against spending for the shortage and helping low-income women get access to formula. You really are too dumb to understand that moronic negotiator Diaper Don's USMCA bigly restricted formula imports, resulting in another America First equals America Alone situation.
Still broadcasting from our Patriot bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. Been a decent week for us with Marjorie winning her primary. Now, I gotta be honest, we were actually kind of worried that she was going to get discriminated for being inexperienced, crazy, and dumb, but it turns out her voters are also inexperienced, crazy, and dumb. So that was a big thing for us. So to celebrate her victory over the globalists, I got her a pair of these big-time, high-end, super fancy socks. I saw them on Shark Tank, but then I found out every pair you buy, they donate a pair to someone in need, and that's socialism. So I sent them back, and I got her some standard, like, tube ones, and I needed to add a little bit more to the cart to get the free shipping, so I tacked on a roll of duct tape. Now, I gotta be honest, I like to take my less than medium-sized junk into her meat swamp. But we have one rule, and that's...
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on. Now the socks are definitely staying on for a while because I had her do a few laps around her ham hock with the duct tape to ensure the fabric is secured. It is on there. It is not moving. Used nearly the whole roll. She has so much shiny tape that we figure if we fall under attack, we can just prop her outside and she'll deflect any Jewish space laser they throw at us. Because the socks stay on.
You know, the horrible stuff that they hear when they listen to rap music, the video games that they watch from a really early age with all of this horrible violence and stuff. And I just think that, you know, and they have this access to the internet on a regular basis, which is, you know, is just not good for kids, I don't think. And
I was born in the 70s, grew up with the rap explosion alongside hard rock and heavy metal, spent my days off playing GoldenEye and Mario Kart with my friends, and I worked full-time all the way through high school. The worst things I ever saw were fistfights and feathered hair. Blaming games and music is beyond stupid, but this is the same doctor that said Donald Trump has incredible genes and absolutely no cognitive or mental issues whatsoever.
This lawlessness is being taught to the children, and then they're being handed that your life's an accident, that it's evolution. In other words, it's not the gun that's a problem, it's what these kids are being taught that's the problem.
Hey, genius. Science is taught around the world, and other countries don't have this problem.
Yeah, there should be criminal charges brought against those that are writing this curriculum and teaching this curriculum. All these people that say take away the guns, they need to have that same enthusiasm for take away this teaching.
Science is asking questions. Just saying we're all here because of a god is a dead end. And this moron suggests criminal charges for teaching science? That just shows you the terrifying direction we're headed in.
What these schools are teaching these children, the worldview that they're teaching these children, that they came from slime, that turned into monkeys, that life has no value, that there is no right and wrong.
Watch Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson. There is nothing in there about life not having value. In fact, it's all about how incredible it is that we're all here. I would argue that the people that don't believe in an afterlife value life even more. They don't believe they're going to meet a creator or be back with their family. They know this is it and make the best of it every day.
Retired military, retired law enforcement, outside the perimeter of every school in the country. They can donate their time. We can offer them tax breaks, no income tax in the state, no income tax federally, 10 hours a week. I don't know any other way to keep kids safe then.
I don't know any other way. Well, ban assault rifles and make guns difficult to get. It's really not that hard. All right? Small-dicked morons, get a different hobby. We want kids to grow up to become adults. Lauren is standing up for real patriots, and you're making Homerless videos for libwimps. MAGA tears. CNN wannabe. MAGA tears. You criticize Trump. Now look at the White House today. We have a moron in the Oval Office backed up by Camel Toes Harris and Pelosi. How's Build Back Better going for you? You're a joke. MAGA tears. Hey, Tommy, you doesn't have any balls. MAGA tears. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and tell a friend. If you can afford to, please throw me a tip with the easy PayPal link below, or check out my mugs and stickers that go great with those MAGA tears. I am a stand-up comedian. I've played in 35 countries. I've done several arena and theater tours with Jim Jefferies, and I have 3 albums. You can stream them wherever you like. Thanks for watching. Life's short. Be cool. Be kind. Take care.